It's a weekday, September the 28th, 2021 on a Tuesday. We're going to be having a Zoom meeting on the weekday and look forward to meeting new relatives and existing ones. It's all good. It's all God. Here we go. Uh-oh. There comes Eddie. Let me see if I heard. Uh-oh, there he is.
Hi, Jerry.
All right, come on.
Hello. Hello there.
That was part of his expletive-filled rant on Tuesday.
All right.
Well, hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, man. We're trying something different.
Yeah. How you, Mr. Henderson?
Mr.
All right, Eddie. You hear me? Oh, he gonna turn this camera off.
How are you, Mr. Henderson?
And he gonna shut his camera off.
Yeah, I'm getting all my stuff. You know, this is part of the technical, getting all our technical.
Yeah.
Hey, that's too loud. Let me turn that down.
Hey, what's your name?
I don't know.
I wouldn't see you today if it wasn't Jerry calling me. I was on. I'll put you on the back burner for a while.
I noticed. Yeah.
I said I don't like talking to her no more.
I noticed.
No, you don't. Stop playing that.
Yeah, that's what you did.
So I hope somebody else get on here because
Yes, sir.
Say, Elizabeth, are you on your computer or your phone?
My computer.
it
Okay.
looks good too. Hey, you've been working on your computer, getting it right.
I've been trying.
Yeah.
I'm
She got her head tied up.
Yeah, I got it tied up. I ain't coming.
I would make some comments, but it wouldn't.
Go ahead. I know I look like Aunt Mom. You getting on? I said, are you getting on Zoom? Tonight? Shirley, I'll talk to you later.
Talk to her. Yeah, don't fade her. We need her.
Yeah.
Tell her to, use the same link that we always use.
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Our time, West Coast.
You say what? You say what?
I know that's right, Shirley. I hear you, baby.
She can't hear you though. Eddie is talking smack to him. I hear you, baby. Huh? Eddie, where you at? Are you in your kitchen? Are you finished cooking? Shirley.
Shirley Ann, listen to Jerry. When she gets mad at you, she calls you by your middle name. Don't tell her your middle name, Jerry.
Mine is Brent. Jerry Brent Moss Sr.
Oh no.
Yeah, my great grandmother gave me that name.
Huh?
Sarah Ellison Brown. If I ask my mom.
Hey,
you got your computer on?
Got something to share with you, Jerry.
Okay, come on with it. You it's showtime.
While she's doing that, she's gonna be shocked.
Go on.
Check this out, Jerry.
I'm looking. Oh, look at there.
I'll send it to you.
Excuse me.
I'll send it to you right now.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Well, here comes
Okay.
Shirley. Here comes Shirley. Here she comes.
Yeah.
There's two people waiting in the thing. Oh, and
Look,
Aletha.
hey,
Look
Jerry.
at this, Aletha too.
Yes.
Hi, Aletha. There she is. Man, look at there. Whoa. Showtime, Eddie. Good job, champ.
That was nice. That was really nice.
Yeah. So what's he doing? He's got a personal meeting that y'all had, huh?
Yes.
You remember that one?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
It was nice.
Good job, Eddie. Hello, cuz.
Hi. How
Hi,
are you?
Lee.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. Good. Oh, you got to see our video, huh? Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. That was awesome. See, like I said, he's a technical genius.
He is.
Hey, cuz, how my favorite cousin doing? She's so famous.
Oh,
Right all
okay.
over my arm. Here I am, babe. Where your pen? Both, all of y'all. They so famous, Jerry. Jerry,
You are.
these two right here are famous people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I first met both of them. Yeah.
Look at out there so cute now. She just smiles all the time. I got her on recording now and she just smiles and
What is that? Who is that? Oh, is that a real puppy?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Come here. Look. Here's the hamburger. Look at it. Hold on, mama. Hold on, mama.
That's Lexus. That's my 8-month-old Yorkie.
Look. That's all for me.
There he
Oh,
is. Look at him. Lexus, look up there.
he
See?
is too cute.
Now get on out of here.
This now, I remember my little meeting, but I didn't remember this one.
Well, see, that's the beginning of the meeting. You know, we deal with our technical connections and stuff. That's why you see Shirley, she's getting connected and making sure everybody has their dinner. So that's all good.
What?
this is
Put it on mute, girl.
we have to share our story with you, Jerry, since we left you out.
Put it on mute.
Okay.
Right out there.
Lord, I thought I did it already. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Now, why you ain't on the screen no more?
Yeah. Guess who I talked to today? A friend of mine went to East Palo Alto.
Okay, hold on. Let me manage this real quick. Excuse me. Let me just manage this real quick.
Oops.
Let me just
Wait a minute.
take care of this.
Hold
here
on.
real quick. Okay.
Shirley's mic is not on.
Okay, she's off now. Okay, good. All right, well, continue, Eddie, when you get a chance.
Oh, I was just talking with Althea, but they had went to our hometown where her husband and I went to school together,
What is that hometown?
East Palo Alto.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
And we have a person that everybody, when we go back home, we meet one person every time we go back home. His name is Robert Gates. Althea, did you meet Robert?
No, Ron went by himself. I
Oh.
mean, I was up there, but
Okay.
he went to see Robert by himself.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Robert today, and first thing he said, Eddie, guess who came to see me? I said, he said, man, right on Shirley. I go, what?
You saw him on Sunday?
Today. I talked to him today.
No. Did you tell Robert that you saw Ron on?
Yeah, I told Robert, I said, Robert, I talk to Ronald Shirley all the time now.
Hey, now that you got a cousin that's married to him, right?
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, my cousin is married to it.
Wow, that's pretty good. Well, that's what this whole purpose is to connect families. And when Eddie and Aletha, I was talking to her, and then she told us who her husband was, and come to find out, the husband and Eddie are friends.
Yeah,
What a
Yeah.
coincidence.
I know.
Yeah.
And I didn't even want to ask Eddie because I said, Eddie's in Oklahoma, I mean, in Kansas,
Kansas City.
and
yeah.
Ron he's in the background. Asked him, did he go to East Palo Alto? Did he go to Ravenswood? I said, I'm not asking him that because there was a lot of people on the call.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to ask him that. And then I said, okay. And come to find out, they knew.
Oh, and tell it,
So it's a small world. You just
It
never
is.
know too.
Jerry. Also, along with that, we met last week. I got the video, but Althea knows my sister's best friend.
Mhm.
Remember that, Althea?
Yes.
When the sister
Yeah.
came
When
on.
my
Right.
sister came on.
Right. Well, because Ron and them, well, actually, Ron and them are good friends with her. James. Yeah.
And they're out here in California.
Well,
Right.
my
Yeah.
sister,
Well,
Your sister
she
is,
lives
right?
up north.
she
Yeah,
lives
okay.
up north.
Mhm.
So we had a good little deal.
Yeah. And Jerry, I don't know if you know the latest, but I found my dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank God and thank
It
Eddie.
was an amazing.
Thank God and thank Eddie.
No,
Don't
I
think
know.
he did it.
no,
Yeah.
but I couldn't, I mean, it was with your help and your encouragement and just helping me go through, how we were doing the tree and just telling me to reach out to people and, just because that's one thing I learned, that person that you might reach out to, they may not know the whole story, but they know other people that know the story. And that's what happened with me. I
That's
was able
great.
to get a cousin to, I was able to get contact the mother, and she did her DNA. We found out what she was to
Whoa.
me. And then another family did their DNA, and we found out what they are to me. And we were able to do process of elimination and found out who my father was. I went to Cincinnati. I did my story on Facebook. And I also,
On mine too.
and I actually went to his grave site because he passed away in 2004. And I have pictures of him. I got to meet family. It was just wonderful. I'm just so grateful.
Thanks for sharing that with me. And I'm sitting here and spiritually I'm humble, and from when we started our first conversation, and I wanted to encourage you that we'll find both sides of the family. We'll just let's take it a step at a time. And I was just glad and thankful that I got a chance to meet you.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah, and then you see our family, and you see how we help each other, and because we care about each other and our goals. So,
exactly.
So what an awesome story. God bless you and your family.
Yeah, it's a great story. I got it recorded. We have one more now. I'm working on someone else now. So,
okay.
So that lady that other lady in the red, her turn now.
Yes, I know. I've been waiting patiently.
Her turn now. But it's great. And to share, I had Althea and Elizabeth on my personal one and introduced her to one of my cousins I found.
Yes.
We had a real good
We
time,
did.
Jerry. That's the video I was showing you. It was worth we stayed on an hour.
Seemed like a little bit longer.
A little bit longer, but it was nice.
It was worth it.
It was.
And so that helped. That really good. And So I got video. I recorded, so I got to send it out to you guys. So yeah.
Yes.
But no, I did. It's up on. It's on. I sent you a link to it. Up on. Did I put up?
Did you send it to the email?
No. Oh, I have to put it up on the on Google Drive and send it to you.
Okay.
I put one up, but I'm gonna put this. I have a couple of them but this one was special. So what it is, you're still a plan. I'll tell you. I'll share with you what I did, and this is part of the group. I had Althea on, I had Elizabeth on, and I had a cousin I just met named Paulette. She's a writer. She's an author.
She's a minister.
And she's a public speaker, positive
Yes.
public speaker. And so what I did, I knew Althea's story and Elizabeth's story. So I wanted her to talk to Paulette because I knew Paulette, and Paulette had a very calm voice. Jerry, she's one of those people that you can sit down and talk to all day.
Mhm.
And I knew three of them. I said, oh, I got to get all three of these people that's close to me to meet one another. And so I set it up, and we had a good time. And they met Paulette and talked to her, and which was good, and got exchanged numbers and stuff. And I told her, I said, well, we all
Well,
basically. So,
and what's happening is
it was really good that my sister came on later. Mm-hmm.
And on that, this is one thing that Eddie did is he used his one format that he uses the Google Drive. It's a Google Drive, and when you upload your MP4 file, the recording to the to the Google Drive, other people can, if he allows you, you can view that video. Is that correct, Eddie? You're on your drive?
That's correct.
Uh-oh, here comes my cousin Val Rudolph. Well, I'm getting some whales.
Uh-oh.
With them wells, Jerry.
We still got a lot to do.
So he's using the Google Drive, and that has a certain capacity. And after it gets so, sometimes you have to pay for an additional storage space. Now the difference is obviously my recordings, they convert to my computer, and then I upload them to my YouTube channel. So that's why they're up in YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing now.
And I can also have them private. Some of them are private. When I have private meetings, I can have that. And then each of us privately can look at it. But the majority of ours, they're up on my YouTube channel, and they are public. But thanks, Eddie. We're just letting you know technically what's available. And these are some of the tools that we're using to keep us connected.
Oh yeah, you have to go on Facebook and see out there, give her speech among her family. It is nice, and it was so wonderful because she's so humble. Let me put it that way. I was just like, for real? When I heard her speak, I said, for real? Is that what else was going on with her? And her husband is the same way. I go, ooh, I gotta keep her going. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep this because it. And then Elizabeth's story is the same way. Hers is gonna be. I'm gonna build hers up too. So
you know what? I have not. You know what? Okay, to the moon. You told me you put me on the side, so I just been waiting patiently.
But we've been swimming,
Yes.
We've been swimming out here in California with my great granddaughter.
Yes.
Yeah, Elizabeth was she was nice enough to go with us to public swimming, recreational swimming. We had the whole pool to ourselves.
Me and little Sunshine.
Yeah.
Little Sunshine doing her own little thing. She do something that I don't do. She put her head under the water. I don't do that.
And she jumps off the side.
Yeah, she jumps off the side.
She's 3.5 years old.
Yeah.
Hello, Val, cousin Val, how are you?
Hi,
It's nice to see you.
everybody. I'm fine.
How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good.
Really?
Yes.
Really,
Working
really,
hard,
really
but
good?
I'm good.
That's great.
Really, really good?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what, a few weeks ago, we sent you some of those pictures. I had a private meeting with some of the, our cousins, and they really look forward to having a meeting with you. It was with Judy, and her cousin lives here, and it's our cousin. Her name is Josephine Russ.
Yes.
Atkins Rust. And so she's the one that had all those pictures in her, when we met at a Starbucks, and I took pictures of them. And so
They're beautiful.
yeah, we shared that. So
Oh, goodness. I love the one with the brothers.
yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Well, one of the brothers, those brothers, I have those pictures here. I'll be able to share them, as we go through some of our presentations. But there's one of them that I didn't know which one he was. I know the three, but I didn't know the one that was up in the right in the back.
Isn't that Luther?
No, Luther is on the left side.
Yeah, on the left. That's right.
And
But yeah, I don't know on the right.
and
And I think it's
and Uncle-
John next to Grandpa.
it might be no, next to you sitting down next to your grandpa. I'll show him is
That's not John?
No, that's Samuel.
Oh.
That's Samuel Frederick.
Oh, I didn't know about him.
Oh wow, let me share this with everybody. This is there it is.
They were really dressed, weren't they?
They always are. The brothers, the brothers are. The brothers are. And let me do this. Active meeting with Josephine. And I'll come down to the brothers. Where are they? Here they are. Let's try this one. Can you see that? If not, I'm gonna go to it. Can you see that picture of these four gentlemen sitting down?
No,
Okay.
No.
I can't.
This is how I do. I just do it like this. That's part of the technology.
Oh, yes. Wow, that's
Okay.
good.
So there they are.
Mhm.
And you see my cursor? This is
Yeah.
this is Luther Henry. And
Yes,
you
I knew
always,
that was Luther.
he has the part a lot of times. And here's
Yeah.
James Monroe,
Yes.
and that's Samuel
Oh,
Frederick Samuel. And this is the one that I don't know exactly. These are my great uncles, and their brother is my great grandfather. And he passed away earlier. His name was Thomas Moss, but these are Thomas Moss's brothers.
Oh, they're good looking.
And they
Yeah.
were,
yes,
and this is the minister. This is Val's grandfather.
yes.
And these two right here, they were porters with the railroad, and they're the ones that traveled. They got a good job as porters, and they're the ones that traveled to Los Angeles. And that's where, after they were in Los Angeles for a number of years, then they bought out our grandmother, our second great grandmother and grandfather, Sidney Moss, and Sidney Roberts Moss and Reuben Moss. And those two passed away in Los Angeles in 1918, but they bought their parents out to Los Angeles, and that's our Moss connection. That's how we got out to California, by these brothers.
Oh,
These brothers.
Okay.
And this Uncle James, he's the one that has a theology degree from Howard University in Washington, D.C., 1911. And so he was a traveling a minister across the country. And he ended up in the Midwest. And that's where the McGee's, he had a relationship with a lady there, and that's where the McGee's come into the picture. But these are the Moss brothers. And I want to show you this one because here's where it all starts. Right here. And this is Sidney Moss and Reuben Moss. These are the great grandmother and great grandfather. These are our common ancestors, these two. And that's Reuben Moss. And these two are the father and mother of those men that you saw.
Oh, okay.
So
He looks Indian.
No, he's mulatto.
No, I mean the lady. I mean
her? Oh no, she's definitely black. And so what happened is,
okay.
It was like about 2 weeks ago. I met this cousin. Her name is Josephine Moss, and she was named after her grandmother Josephine, and she lives here in San Diego. And she's the one that came down, and we met at Starbucks at our Fashion Valley, and she shared a lot of her pictures with me. So this is my cousin, Josephine, her name is Russ Moss, and she's like 81.
Oh wow, she looks great.
And she bought all the pictures. And when she had the album, while she was opening up the album, I was taking pictures with my phone outside. And so that's how I got all of the pictures.
They're great. They're great. I'm so thankful.
And so I have a number of them. And we'll have to, come up with a way of sharing them. And I just want to show you this one more right here. There they are. Here it is. Let me do this. Now this is Josephine Moss Akins, and this is William Akins, her husband, and they were in Prescott. And the Josephine that I met a couple of weeks ago, she was named after her. And this woman here, Josephine, my aunt Josephine, she is the sister of those brothers, the Mosses. So she's the sister of my grandfather and those 4 Moss men that you saw in the picture. So that's the sister. And this granddaughter that you saw me in the picture with, she was raised, this my aunt, she raised her down in Prescott. So that's how I got, the story, that story. But I do want to show you one more picture because it's pretty interesting. That she showed me. It's going to be interesting when you see this picture. Let's see if I can find it. Come on, Jerry, find the picture. Give me just one quick second. I'll show you. Man. That's not it. Well, I'm gonna have to pass on. I don't have it right now, but there's a picture of this William Akins. They had a Model T car. He had a Model T car. And one of the relatives was right there by it. One of the relatives was right by the car. But that's just an example. And this journey that we're going on, we're connecting each other, and with the DNA, you reach out to my cousins and they reach out to me, and here's one thing that I found out too. I do want to share this with you. Here's another item, and I had showed Eddie this one.
Oh.
And
Yeah, that's neat.
can you see that, Eddie? Yeah, see that?
Yeah,
Okay, so what this is, when you do your DNA matches, you know, it shows you your DNA matches and where they live at. And so this is the map. You push map right up here, and then you can find out where your DNA
He's
matches
on the
are.
call.
You can find out where your matches live. So over here in California, I saw that I have, and here's a match as you go up. See that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, so I live here, and then I found out that, if you click right here, I got another cousin who lives in San Diego also, and I was able to talk to her and meet her, and that's her name. And make sure that I have her here, Anisha Brown.
Ariana. Mhm.
There she is right there. And
Mhm.
and look at this. She's a fourth cousin with
Yeah.
43 stitcher mortgages and 3 segments. And I was able to, talk to her. But I'm just showing you the different tools that we use. And when you go into your DNA, right after you get all of your relatives, look at that maps portion, and it'll show you where all your relatives match you at and what cities they're in.
Mhm.
So,
Good.
and so that helps you with your resource, because somebody's living in all these other cities. Like there's a number of these cousins that are up in Los Angeles, and my son's in Long Beach, and Francis Haywood's right there in Carlson. So that's how you can also, some of the tools we use.
Mhm.
So that's where those pictures came from, Cousin Val.
Oh, they're precious. Yeah. I've got to figure out how I'm going to put them in some sort of booklet, but I also want to send them to family members. I've sent them off to some, but I want to make certain that they all have a copy of it.
I remember there are other people like Althea and Elizabeth and Shirley, they are related to you also, Jerry.
Oh yeah, just tell me about
So
it,
you
Eddie.
can't leave them
Just
out.
let me know. Just let me know, Eddie.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Now you talking about you, but you sitting here with all these other relatives.
I know, huh?
And you're not saying we, you just said
Yeah.
we.
Uh-huh.
And you got pictures for everybody.
Yeah, you got pictures for everybody.
So you
Hi Shirley, how you doing?
Hi. Hi to everybody.
Good. Hey, I just want to go around the room just briefly, and since we last talked, just let us know what's transpired in your life, and what have you had any, just like your story, Aletha, just give us a brief description of how things have been for you and your family, and how are you connecting with other family members. We're going to start with Aletha, Val, and then Shirley.
So with me,
Yeah.
okay.
Want beer?
My name is Althea Shirley, and I've had an interesting journey this year. I started this about a year ago, almost a year ago, and with Eddie's help, I have been able to, one thing that he told me to do is make sure that I reach out, and Jerry told me that also, reach out, try to talk to people, some people may be responsive and some may not. But most of the people that I reached out to, they were all responsive. And so I went to, what I've been able to do is I was actually able to find my father. I was born in Korea. And I didn't think that, I would ever be able to find my dad. I was more looking for my mom, but it came up when I did the ancestry. I found I found several cousins, but mainly I looked at these 3 second cousins, and they were half brothers and sisters. And they introduced me to their mom and said that she would be the one that knew more of the story on the Graham side, which is my dad's last name. And so from there, she did her DNA. We found out we were first cousins. And then she introduced me to someone else that ended up being my second cousin. And so it just went on. I looked at census. Eddie had me to go. I mean, he taught me how to go to the census. And I actually found in the census, my grandmother and my grandfather actually had a daughter named Althea.
What?
And it
That's
had
wonderful.
nothing to do with my adopted parents who named me Althea.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so so the second cousin, he's a pastor because they have a church, they have a family church. And he invited my husband and I to go to Cincinnati. So August 29th, we went to Cincinnati, and he wanted my husband to do Black History and Juneteenth presentation on that. But then he called me and asked me if I would tell my story. And I was a little hesitant at first because, you know, I don't really like to speak publicly, but I prayed about it, and it's like God just said, you know what, I'll be with you. I'll tell you what to say, you know, and it turned out really, I think it turned out really good. And my cousin, he had a barbecue with a lot of the family members. And so I got to meet a lot of people, and I'm going to Chicago on the 8th of October, and I'll be meeting some more family members. So it's been a wonderful journey.
Great
And
story.
I just really appreciate, you know, just everybody being encouraging and sharing information on how to get information.
Great job.
Yeah.
Good story. Anybody have any
Very
questions?
good.
Anybody
I'm
have any
smiling
questions
every
for
time
her?
you speak.
Anybody have any questions for her? Does anybody have any questions for her? Well, here's what when
Oh, I got a question.
go ahead.
Do you have a picture of Joe Nathan?
Yes, I do. I don't know, how do I
Is it-
share it?
Pull it up on your computer and do share screen.
Not
well,
now.
see,
Not now, Eddie.
Why not now, Jerry? Don't cut us off.
Because we don't want to put her
This is
on the spot.
good.
We
This
don't
is
want to put her on the spot.
good.
She'll
A
get the
loser.
picture for you. She'll get the picture
All
for
right,
you.
Jerry. Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you, Eddie, and then you
Okay.
can.
Yes.
Okay. And like on this, I remember she was a match, and I reached out to her, and she was she has an interesting story, and she said that my mother is a Korean, and I don't know anyone, and I was adopted. The people took me in. I don't think I'll find out about my family. And I said, half of those people that are on this, half of these people that match you are on your mother's side, and half of them are on your father's side. And so we just have to be patient about it and take it step by step. And we have the tools on our Moss Genealogy Research Group to help you. And that's my main goal, is to stay connected, and we'll help you, but you gotta want it yourself too.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say one thing. I was very skeptical because a friend of mine had told me about going on, and she shared the story that her dad, who she thought was her dad all this time, she found out that he wasn't her dad and that someone else was her father. And she, so when she told me that, I said, I just got to thinking about it. I said, well, I could try it. And I did. But I was very skeptical at
Yes, you
first
was.
about doing it.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Because
Amen.
Cousin
Amen.
Val, Cousin Val.
I'm next. Well, first of all, let me say I'm glad to be back. I've been away for quite some time. I missed some of the meetings, but I did tune in to your video messages so that I could get caught up with what was going on and the work that was being shared, which has been very, very helpful. Within the last month, I became a great grandmother, which I'm excited
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
about.
Wow.
And
The boy and girl.
and it's a girl. She is
Whoa.
gorgeous. Yeah, she's a cute little thing. All babies are.
Yeah.
But I've been working to sell my home because it's too much for me to be responsible for at this point in time. And
Yeah.
so this is the right time for selling. And so I'm getting closer to that special day of October the 15th. But it's been the packing and you collect so much over the years,
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. But other than that, I've been working with another group on my mother's side, trying to locate more information about my grandmother's father. Now that I know more about my grandfather, James Monroe, trying to find out about my grandmother who married James, her father.
Mhm.
And that group is out of the Pennsylvania area. So we've been having a good time. They're younger. And everything that I've learned, Jerry, from the meetings that I've participated in with you, or that I've reviewed the videos and so forth, I've shared with them so that they would know how to use like GEDmatch or, searching
Yes.
and things of that sort. But since there's some that have shared some things with me as well, so I've learned from them also. But it's been fun.
That's
It's
good.
been fun. Yes, it's been very, very helpful, to give them some ideas as things that they could do to cut down a lot of the research that they spend a lot of time on. But they're related to me on another side. So, it's good to know who all of the relatives
Oh,
are.
definitely. When you start with
Yeah.
one, you find, your family portrait gets filled in, and then you're right there. You said, look at this. Look what we're creating. You fill in the family portrait, and you start being the being a family historian. Because you have more information. Yeah.
I don't know about all of that.
So I have
I
a question.
pass it on to Juanita.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
The question is, was it a surprise to get that email from me with that information that you just received on the brothers and your grandfather?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And so valuable, I was so excited because I could pick Grandpa out just like that. His eyes gave him away. I think his complexion, and so forth. And I knew that was him. But I was just so pleased to see them because you had referenced a couple of times about the Moss boys,
Yeah.
And I guess when they were at Howard, perhaps,
Yes.
I don't know. But I know that you mentioned it many times, and I said, here's the picture of them, But and then also the other pictures I thought were important to me to know more about other relatives in the family,
And what happened is
Josephine's
her family, the Aikens. And so what happened is, with our personal records, she was very protective of them. So that's why I was taking these pictures. And it was a hot day, and we were out, on the patio down at Fashion Valley. So it was nice. And then she went, we ordered some food, and she came back. We continuing to do the review of hers before I broke out with mine, because I had some too. But she was thoroughly impressed. But when we were going to the second phase of hers, she had another picture.
Yes, that's so special.
She had another one.
Yes.
Wow.
And so what I did is I said, hey, cuz, could I have that one so I can take it and get photograph it? No. And I I put some mossology on her, you know. Look here, cuz. I said, you got one on the other side right over there. And we just came across this one. Can I at least take this one so I can go take it and get some pictures of it? And there it is. And you can see it says Grandma Josephine's brothers. Look at that.
Brothers, yes.
There it is,
Yes.
Grandma Josephine's brothers.
Yeah.
And so she said,
That was
okay,
so-
Jerry.
so special.
She said, okay, Jerry, I'll give this to you, but you have to mail it back to me. And you got to give me copies of some of yours. I said, that's fine. So we agreed. Out of all those pictures, I did come back with this. And then I said, I told her, I said, look, I'm a boss. I'm the boss. They were my great uncles. I had to talk to her like that. I had to bark at her. You know what? My cousin, she said, okay, Jerry, I'll give this one to you. So I'm so happy to have it. You understand what's going on, don't you, Val? Yeah, so she gave that to me.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm telling you.
I got one. I got that one. And then she
So
wants to get
special.
back. She wants to get back on Ancestry, and I gave her some tips on how to do that, because some people have gotten in and then through their lives and different things she pays for Ancestry, but she doesn't know how to log in and get her original account open. And so I called Ancestry and got the information, and then now she's able to go in and do some work on her own account.
Good. That's good. Once you
Okay,
get
Shirley.
started, you can't stop.
Yeah. Okay, Shirley,
Oh,
you're
where do
up.
I begin? Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out where to begin. I'll just start right with, I just met a cousin that I never knew about on my father's side, and a cousin that says she remembers me from years ago on my mom's side. And they've got in
Whoa.
touch with me. We haven't got to, well, I talked to the cousin in Florida, and she's from Jamaica.
Oh,
My father's brothers visit out there in Jamaica. We share, high DNA or whatever. Well, my mom's side, she's like up the highway from me. So I tried to call her Sunday, and I'm waiting on her to call me back because she got in touch. She emailed me first, and I emailed her back, and I just took a chance to call her. And so far I haven't heard from her, but I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to it. And it's just been an interesting journey to me. I've tried, years ago, I tried to do that, My Heritage or something like that, and I was kind of lost, like didn't know how to maneuver. But since meeting you guys, with you, Jerry, we found slave owners. Right. That the names of them, and I've been going back and forth. I'm kind of slow with the maneuvering part, but it's just so much. It's just so exciting just to learn all these things. But so far, I just love it.
Well, thank you for that information.
That's kind of cool.
I want to be transparent here. These two sisters, Elizabeth matched. I reached out to her first, and then she talked to her sister, and so we both started sharing information. And now, as I say, DNA doesn't lie. The truth can't be hidden. So there's some private there's some private information that has been revealed. And see, God is the source. We're the messengers, and we're the messengers. But we still love each other and interact with each other, and it makes no difference whether it's 5 Central Morgans or 3,000 Central Morgans. We are family, and that's what I want you to know. And I just want you to know I love all of you.
Thank you, Jerry.
For me.
Love you too.
What'd you say, Eddie?
He said something.
We're gonna
What'd
go
you
to-
what you say, Eddie?
we're gonna go to Elizabeth and then Eddie. Opening comments, just give us a brief.
Okay. Well, we. I say thank you, Jesus. Where do I start? I love you, Shirley Ann.
I love you too, baby.
Okay. Well, since doing this DNA, and the first contact I had was Jerry Moss Sr. Blew my socks away. I was like, whoa, wait, new cousin? I never heard this name before, but I was excited. And moving on with Eddie and, and coming on with doing the Zoom and learning and meeting a lot of people and just new to this, really not knowing what what I was going to be finding out.
Surprise a
But
lot.
anyway, you know what? Okay, this is my story. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good.
Oh, yeah.
And he has brought something out that I wasn't aware of. But it's okay. Doing the DNA, I found out that I have a different father than my sister Shirley. And who I really didn't know a name, didn't know anything, but God is so good. I started getting messages from new cousins. Hi, so the one outside of Jerry and Eddie I speak about is Gabriel Lee. He is one that's helping me the most to know my identity of my father. I know his name is Roy Kazi. I did what Eddie and Jerry told me to do. When I figured out how to get the letter, to write the introduction letter, I was so excited to where, I don't know what time it was in the cities or the states they lived in. But I know for me, I didn't stop until after 12 o'clock midnight sending out letters. I have got some responses back. One I got back asking how did I get the email, but that's neither here nor there. It's okay. But I got some more contacts, and another cousin, he reached out to me. He gave me some more names. He let me know that he had cross-matched our DNA, and it shows him that I am of the McGee and the Bickham lineage. Was it the Kazi? Great-grandfather Jesse Andy McGee. There are some other names. Great-grandfather Monroe Kazi. Ella, he married Ella McGee. Ella McGee is the daughter of Jesse and Andy McGee and Elizabeth Bickham.
Elizabeth, what's the
Yes, yeah.
What impact has that had on you as a woman?
The impact, initially when Shirley got her DNA back and I reached out to Jerry to do a Zoom meeting with us to help us to understand the numbers. I'm telling you from the beginning, I've been laughing, it's been funny until everything just came together, okay? Say the proof is in the pudding, the DNA don't lie. So when that came about, I was still laughing, but eventually as the nights and the days rolled by, I found myself crying. Crying not understanding, but it wasn't for me to understand because God says for us not to lean to our own understanding, in all our ways acknowledge him. So I just have to do a lot of time talking to him, but at the same time trying to find out who I am, who this other side of me, who are these people.
Yeah.
I met Hazel. I've spoken with Hazel. Gabriel calls me like once a week to check on me. And I just say thank you, Lord, because he doesn't have to do that. And so I want to be like Althea. I want to meet people. I want to be embraced. I want to get to know, the other side. Gabriel
And-
did, he called me. But so right now I'm better than I was yesterday.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm better than I was yesterday.
And she lives here in San Diego, so when our schedules permit, we have social functions, we interact with our kids, and I have a great granddaughter who's 3, Val, and she has a granddaughter who's 6, and so
And I have a granddaughter that's 6.
sometimes in our social circles, I pick her up and take them, and just fellowship. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, Elizabeth, for your story. It's and
Uh,
one of the reasons
Yes.
why I ask you, it's very important to not keep a lot in. You have to speak the truth, and it'll set you free, because you're going to be doing some heavy lifting, and I want you to face the truth and be able to distribute the information in a royal way. You had no
Yes.
control over it, but now you do have control over the information, and it's how you administer it. So you're doing a good job. Okay, Eddie, brief description, Eddie. Opening. Tell us about yourself and what you've learned since we last talked to you.
On by the river.
You've been down to Texas. You've been down to Texas.
Oh, my goodness. You're so-
My story. I'm Eddie Henderson. I live in Kansas City, Missouri. I was raised in California. I'm from Northern California, actually. I grew up there. I started doing this as a group when I was told to get in touch with some guy on the West Coast named Jerry Moss. And ever since then, I've been doing it. I am a Moss, but my Mosses, we have to find the link to. I'm in that whole Moss group, but my link is not out there yet. And I'm searching to find out where, because my family was so, I didn't know anything about my family until I was 28.
Wow.
And I'm 66 now. So don't laugh because I'm young. But so I've been working on it, and my deal is I want to help. I put my research aside to help people that want to do research. So that's what I do now, and I help whenever somebody asks me to help them. I'm the first to say, call me, and so that's what I am. I'm just a vessel helping everybody else.
He's been ignoring my calls though.
And I ignore your calls when you talk about me. But I do. I enjoy this. It's been a blessing and helped me find out a lot of stuff too. So
Yeah, it was Eddie that helped us find the slave owners. Eddie's patients. I had a rough time that day, but he helped us go all the way back.
Hey, I want to show you. I want to show you this one photo.
Have it all.
I did find a photo. Let's see where it's at. Let me see here. Let's do it again. Let's go here. Oops, that's not it. Share that. Let me stop that and open it up over here. See if it'll come up. There it is. Do one of these. Golly, Eddie, why come that photo ain't showing up now?
Yeah, Jerry putting his head right up on the camera. You see that? Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Hug his tongue
I
out.
gotta show you this photo.
Yeah, he hug his tongue out on us.
I don't like that. One last time. So there it is there. And we try it one last time. All right, I might have to pass on it because I'm not going to take up any more time.
It should open up on your other monitor, Jerry.
Yeah, I have it on. Okay. Oh, pull it over on this monitor. Okay, I know what you're saying.
Yes.
See, he's my technical advisor. Pull over here like this.
Ours too.
Do that. Now let's do it. Go, Eddie, go. You're earning your keep. Uh-oh, that's not the one.
Oh,
Oh,
Here it is right here. I got it now.
who is that?
Watch.
That's the vehicle?
No, can you see the car now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there it is right there. That's one of the cars. That's William. That's Josephine, Aunt Josephine's husband. That's his car.
Oh,
Wow.
And this is the daughter, Laura Atkins. That's the daughter in front of her daddy's car.
Uh-huh.
oh,
And back then, a lot of people didn't have cars, and he had one.
Yeah.
And so you can see that is the car. And after he passed away, a lot of people in the neighborhood, they wanted that car. And
Of course.
it took
Yeah.
a while. It took a while before they sold it, but that's a family car. Oh, and Val,
uh-huh.
one of these cousins, they're telling me she's down there in Prescott. She has a picture of one of the Moss men next to a train because that was their business. You know, they were porters. So she has one of them next to a train. Yeah. So I'm working on getting that picture.
Oh, please, yes.
And while we're at it, there's one bit of information I want to find out from you. Val, have you found out where Uncle Monroe is buried at?
No, I can't because his son, Lawrence, was the one that buried him. And I know it's someplace in Virginia, but I don't know exactly.
Okay, but you think it is in Virginia, huh?
I think it is Virginia, yeah.
Okay.
They lived in DC and I think it was Virginia where they had him buried.
Yeah, okay. Just asking.
Yeah, I'll try to check with my sister to see if she had any information, but I'm not certain whether she just does because she was the youngest in the family, so I'm not certain.
And no idea of any dates about when he passed away?
No.
Because he lived in Omaha, Nebraska, and this my cousin went down there and got him and took him.
Yes.
He came down to Omaha because he lived there, and he went and got him and took him back home.
Yeah, Uncle Lawrence went and got him and brought him to Pennsylvania where we met him for the first time. We had never met Grandpa before.
You met him?
Yes.
Isn't
And
that
then
something to hear that?
Oh yeah. And then when I went away to college, on my way back to Bennett in Greensboro, I stopped off to visit with my uncles. The two of them shared their apartment with Grandpa. And so I got a chance to see him again.
That's
But
great.
That's about all that I can remember, but it was just great that I did have a chance to meet him, you know.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, everybody,
Hmm.
is there, as we, a question, Eddie, go ahead.
Now, when you go ahead, I got something to show.
Want to
show you.
share? Go right ahead.
No, when you finish, it's just a
I am.
picture. It's a picture of Althea's father's
Go ahead.
gravesite
Oh,
that I was able to pull up. Let me see. Wait, so it won't come up. I can't share now. Jerry, you still sharing or something, are you?
No, I have it for multiple. You might have to put yours on the other screen. Ha.
Ooh, okay, Professor. It won't share. Something wrong with my.
There you go. It's
No, it's
coming.
just a white. That's a white screen.
No, it's coming. Hope it comes up.
Let me see if I can do this. It's a white screen, but this can. You guys see that?
It's a white screen. You have to go up and then go up to the share again and pick that share again, and then it'll go over to where it's at. And your share button.
But anyway, I have a picture of Althea's posing with her father's burial site, which is a good picture.
Oh, that's good. That's in Cincinnati up there?
It's in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton,
They
okay.
told me where, because he was in the military, he was a captain in the army.
Ooh,
And he
captain.
was stationed, and he was stationed in Korea. He was born in 1918 and he passed away in 2004. So
Hmm.
I went on this app that tells you where you can locate their actual
Yeah, I see.
yeah. And I went to it. And so
Oh,
when we went
yeah.
to the grave site, it took me right there.
Wow.
beautiful.
So that was a great accomplishment. That was a blessing. I mean, that's great. She was no longer that child that she talks about when she felt when she was a little girl, to now she has roots. Hey, I'm Alex Haley's little brother. Hey, what did you say?
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's
For
great.
real.
You can actually go on Facebook under Faith Temple, what's it? Faith Temple Ministries.
Ministries. Uh-huh.
And for August 29th. And that's where I did the test. That's the date I did the testimony.
okay.
Right.
That's great.
It's more to her story than she talks about, which you can get it on there. That's where I really found a lot more about her and her family, and which is great. But I don't want to share it. I prefer her to share her full story.
Alita, what part of California are you in?
I'm in Riverside.
Oh, you're right up the street.
Yes.
Up
Yes.
the street, around the corner.
Up the street, around the corner.
If you get
That's great.
what highway you get on 101 and get down there?
15
Yeah,
from
right
here.
I'm right off the 15 and the 91.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch out,
So-
y'all be looking up. Jerry be up there.
I'll be making that. I'll be making that trip sometime soon.
Okay, well, call me.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
We can meet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
And where is
Jerry, do you live off the 5?
No, the 805.
You guys
Eight-
live off the
eight-
5 or the 8?
805.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
805. Yeah, down by the San Diego Zoo, where all the
Okay.
animals are. In
But
San
he's
Diego.
off the 805.
Where the animals are in San Diego.
I'm off the 94. They everywhere.
and Val, are you in California too?
No.
No, I'm in New Jersey,
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah.
What part of New Jersey?
in Williamstown, New Jersey.
Is that close to Orange?
No, that's south from Orange. I'm in the southern part of the state.
Going towards Philadelphia?
Yes,
Close
I have a
Oh,
question.
Trenton.
I have a question for everybody.
Yes, yeah. My brother had a church in Trenton. He's a minister, so he was stationed in Trenton.
I have relatives in Trenton,
Oh, do
Jersey.
you?
Yes, New Jersey, and Jersey City, Newark.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
so I'm wide now.
Well,
And my best friend here in Kansas City is from Middlesex, New Jersey.
Okay, all right. Well, I know where Middlesex is as well. Yeah.
See,
what happened is, you know, the last year and a half, we've been, all faced with that pandemic, that terrible pandemic, and we had opportunities to talk to each other and meet each other. And now that things are opening up, the schedules are changing, and so what happened is that's why I had the meeting set up for a weekday, on a Tuesday, for example. The weekends, people are tied up all through the day, and so I just thought I'd try one this day, and I'm open for recommendations on any other days during the week. Did this work for you, a Tuesday at this time? Where it wasn't intrusive in your schedules? That's the question I'm asking.
if I can remember, it's okay.
Me too.
It's a good time for me.
Well, we'll try it again, but again, previously in the pandemic, when we were doing our meetings on Sundays, churches were closed,
Yeah.
Yes.
and a lot of things were closed,
Mhm.
and so we were able to meet those times. But now that things are all open, quite frankly, I want to have the meetings, but I don't want to press people and take people out of their comfort zone. So that's why I want to have them at this kind of time. I talked with Eddie, we got some feedback, Elizabeth, we switched the days around. And I like this, that we caught a couple other people at this time, Val and Aletha. It's real valuable to have your presence. And so it is bringing forth fruits this time.
Well, Rachel told me to tell you that she's sorry she couldn't be here tonight. Rachel Wasilewski, my niece. But she's teaching a class at one of the colleges, right now. So she said the weekends were better for her. So that's her input.
Well, we'll play by ear. And what's happened is, just like you've done, Val, we're on the field, quote unquote, and we're on the court, these meetings that we have. But we have over 250 people who are members of our group, and they watch it from the stands. So they do get the information.
Yes.
And then from time to time they do come in. So we just have to go with what, we have to go with what we know. So
Yeah, because the tapes are very valuable. If you miss it, and you can always chime into the tapes, and it gives you so much information. At least I've found it to be valuable.
It has, and our harvest is great. The laborers are few, as it said, and the harvest is great. Boy, have we gotten God's blessed us beyond our means with this genealogy research. And I'm so happy and thankful that you all participate, and it means a lot to me, and I know what it means to you. So without being all emotional about it, boy, this is great. I really love it. I love all y'all. That's fantastic.
Love you too, Jerry.
Eddie, MVP. You're the MVP today, Eddie.
MVP,
Eddie, you're the MVP. MVP. Eddie.
Professor Ogilvy.
I was. I also I didn't share with you. I made contact with a cousin in England also,
Wow.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
and the story behind that, he's white.
Mm.
And it was a shock. I mean, it was a surprise because, you know, I didn't think they want to talk. I thought he didn't know what color I was, so we made a Zoom meeting, 10 o'clock in the morning, my time.
Yeah.
And I talked to him and I record. I said, man, I have to record you because nobody will believe me that I'm talking to you in English.
Mm.
And the guy he's 70 something years old. And the way he found me was on Jet Match.
Wow.
He works on Jet Match a lot. So he triangulated the kids and stuff and found me and my sisters. He's a
Wow.
master of sisters too.
Mhm.
So doing this group has broadened. I mean, it's great. And I was listening to his video that I recorded him, and I was just sitting there going, now, are you sure? You know I'm black, don't you? But it's different compared from here in America to over there. They look for you. They want to know. But it was great. We talked about his electric cars and what he did, and I go, wow.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the next meeting on a Sunday,
Okay,
like we normally do. 2 o'clock,
2 o'clock. Yeah.
and we'll see if that generates a little bit more interest. Football or no football?
Oh, that's football.
Uh-oh.
That's football.
Because I can watch the football, I can turn it down and watch what goes on.
Eddie like, I don't know about that.
Now it's starting.
So I will make the next one on a Sunday, just letting you guys know.
Okay.
If y'all don't see me, you know what I'm doing.
Because you all are my priority. Football is not, believe me.
Thank you,
This is
Jerry.
more important to me.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
cuz.
So let's do it on. Yeah, let's do it
You
on.
won't be
on a
missing
Sunday.
me then.
Hey, it'll be on a couple of weeks from now.
Okay.
Okay.
Closing comments, please. Aletha, Val, then Shirley.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Jerry, for making us a priority. I really appreciate being a part of the group and look forward to meeting more. And I just, it has really generated a lot of interest for me. And when you asked Elizabeth, how does she feel? I just want to tell you, it's a incredible feeling. It's a feeling that nobody else, I mean, it's hard to explain, but
Very.
just being able to connect with my family, because I had, like I told you, I had no biological connection ever. And it was in my 60s.
Yeah.
I came,
Wow. What a story.
and it was like watching a movie or watching the show where people didn't, they connected with their sister or mother or father or something like that. And so even though my father has passed, but just being a part of the family, his family, which is my family, and all of you guys are my family too. So thank you so much.
What a story. And your acres and diamonds are right where you are. And that was an example. I conduct these genealogy meetings and I have relatives all over the country. And then I knew I had some cousins here in San Diego. And then, Spirit moved me, let me call Josephine and see if I can meet her. Why go in a distance and your treasures are right where you are? And there's a book on acres of diamonds. I recommend the reading of it. And when I called Josephine on a Friday and said I wanted to meet her because we live here, on Saturday, she helped coordinate it all and made sure that we met. And she came with she's in the process of doing some work on her house, but she got her files and came to the meeting. And look what happened just by following through and just asking and reaching out.
Mhm.
And look at all that information I got. So I said, I got this information. I'm not going to sit on it. I got to give it out. And that's when I sent. That's when I sent it to my, to the family.
Yes.
Okay, Val, closing comments, please.
Okay. Well, again, I'm so pleased to be here. I've missed some time, but it's always good to be back to see the faces and hear the stories of each of the members. I thank you, Jerry, because if it wasn't for you, I would not have known that you're my cousin. And all of the information that you have shared about my grandfather's side of the family that I did not even know about has been most helpful. And I've shared it with my other members of the family. And I've learned so much, of how to do certain things, to delve and figure out more about who is related to me, and sending out letters to introduce myself to them. So I thank you for all of the training that you provided, as well as Eddie and his technology and his wizardry. But you as our leader, so thankful. Thank you.
And on that, cousin, kind words, and I'm very appreciative.
Thank you.
And what happened with you, I had a relative, a DNA relative that was like a 5th or 8th. And then I did a shared match, and then Val's name came up. So she came up closer, you see.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to Val. And then our conversation, it was gradual how we see with this genealogy research, you have to build relationships. You have to build trust. It doesn't come just like that. But anyway,
He told me I was a whale.
Yeah, I told her you were well. I did.
Mhm. Yeah.
You hear that, Shirley?
Yes.
And then what happened is, not only did we started connecting and building building up a relationship, she took it further and started reaching out to these
Right.
other cousins, and she helped fill in the family portrait. So when you guys do that, when you're helping, and Val, like when you were able to placate Mike and the McGee's, that was a challenge.
Yes.
Getting the McGee's on board.
Yes.
And,
Oh, yes.
and now we got
Yes.
Tommy and that whole crew. So,
Yes. Yes.
but see, that came from you being active and doing the coordination on your part. So that's what we do. We have different branches, and then you focus on that and get it together, and then we keep building the tree. So thanks, Val.
Yeah.
Shirley?
And I've got some more I'm working on.
Val, did he, when I was catching Jerry talk, did you say McGee's also?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
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 Val,
Yes.
Elizabeth, look at McGee's also.
Yes.
McGee's are crossed in my family too. And I'm a Henderson.
Well, we don't know if they're these McGee's, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I'm not sure.
Shirley,
Yeah.
Shirley, go ahead, Shirley, closing comments. Shirley Banks.
I just wanted to say, going back to what Liz, my sister, was saying earlier. Anyway, I'm just thankful and grateful that you guys are here for her and I both. I don't bug you guys. I mean, I try to bug her before I go trying to call anybody else, because I'm a little hard to get things across to. But anyway, it's just I guess if we had a cousin, she did the DNA, the ancestry, and she had some siblings that called her up out of the blue that she never knew about. And when Liz told me, Liz was 62 years old when she found out that we didn't have the same father. And when, to make a long story short, when my cousin called me and told me, she said, I got brothers and sisters that and showed us the pictures and they look. Anyway, when I found out she was doing the ancestry, I was like, I don't know. Well, actually, for years, I actually thought she had a clue, but she didn't. And that's what made me just come out and tell her the little bit I did know. And I was just grateful that and thankful that she's able to reach out to other people, and she's getting real close to finding out what where she getting where she feels like she needs to be. And I'm just grateful for this, for you guys for having these meetings, because I've learned a lot myself. Besides my, I'm not gonna say it again, but my learning a lot about my heritage and stuff, our heritage and stuff like that. I had a great grandfather. Well, we have the picture. It's on my phone. It's on an iPad, but I don't know how to pull it up. I wanted to show you. He's a great great grandfather, and it's the first time we ever knew anything about it. Now, cousins, it's just so exciting. I mean, it's just interesting to us, to me, for real.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you for
about
that.
it.
Thank you for that testimony.
Thank you guys, Jerry.
Elizabeth,
Eddie. Thank you guys for being here.
Elizabeth and then Eddie.
This is, I say, divine appointment. Only God knows what he had in store, and all of this is, he's in the forefront of all of this, and I am thankful for. I'm thankful for my sister Shirley, and I love her. I love all of you, and I appreciate Eddie and Jerry and everyone that I'm meeting. I love people. I don't, I try to just spread love around no matter what. But yeah, this is a process for me. Like I said, I'm better now than I was yesterday. So I just thank God and ask him to continue to move me closer to getting closer to the answers that are needed. And yeah, I'm just looking forward for Eddie, Ray.
What?
Eddie,
What?
Eddie right here.
Eddie right here to get back on with me so we could go and finish this unfinished
No,
business.
you didn't.
Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Eddie, closing.
Yes.
Closing comments, Eddie.
Oh, comment.
Yeah, closing.
My closing comment is that every time we get together, I enjoy this. I might
Yes.
clown and stuff, but I enjoy. When I enjoy something, I really act up. This is a blessing.
Yeah, I know.
What you say? But watch it. But it's great, and I love getting on here. So hopefully we can keep doing it, and we can find out more. Because I got a task I want y'all to help me with eventually.
Well, come on with it, bro.
Now,
Yeah.
I got a task. I want to see how good you guys are in research, because I have a task that I don't think I can do by myself.
Okay.
So
Thanks, Eddie.
We're
And my-
here. We're
my-
here for.
My closing comments are these. Sometimes I get discouraged.
Oh,
And
no.
a time like this, it gives me encouragement
Yes.
to continue to press on.
Please do.
And I enjoy it. I enjoy it because I'm a farmer from the heart. I'm from the Midwest. I plant seeds and I see harvest. I have gardens and chickens, turtles, dogs, and I'm a country man. And I'm a farmer. And when we look at all of our ancestries, these DNAs, the census, they were farmers.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You would see it, farmers. And so you know, we have favor, and I've been shown favor, and I just thank you for participating, and that gives me more encouragement. That's why I asked you, let's try this out, let's try that out. We'll meet again on what it does, it rejuvenates me. And I pray that it rejuvenates you all too. And we're just going to continue as long as the good Lord allows us to. So it's all good. It's all
Right.
God. In a couple of weeks, it'll be on a
It's
Sunday.
all God.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
wait, Jerry, let me tell you
Go on.
this. I showed JC the picture of the chicken coop with the
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
And she said, where'd you go without me? I want to go to my cousin's house.
I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up real soon.
Yeah, but she,
All right.
yeah, okay.
Well,
I love
y'all
you
take care now.
guys.
Hi,
Good
everybody.
night.
Nice talking.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you.
Nice to meet you, Athena.
Okay.
It was nice to meet all.
Valeda.
Valeda.
Valeda. Oh, good. I
Yeah.
said it right the first time.
Valeda.
Okay.
Take care, you guys. Until
All right.
Sunday after next.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, baby. Girl.
Never bye. See you later.
See you later, baby girl. Bye. Too much.
Mhm. Where am
Wow, the cuz. That's my
I?
cuz.
Trying to turn off.
That's okay. As long as I see you, it's on. You keep it on as long as you want it to be on. This is really cool to see
Oh,
you.
God.
That's my cousin.
But I think at some point in time, you and I have to have another small group Zoom meeting,
Yeah, set it up.
maybe with Mike and
Give me their
Pat.
emails give me their emails and give me a time and I'll hook it up, cuz.
Okay, okay,
Please, the sooner the better. And
Okay,
then the other your other
Okay.
cousins, they want to meet you. They want to talk to you. You know, Janice, Judy,
oh,
all them,
yes,
and Josephine,
yeah,
they all
yeah.
want to talk to you. They be pressing me.
Okay, I'm probably the oldest of the group.
And then I had a private meeting with her name is Faye Coleman. Faye Coleman and her sister, she's Carol Coleman. She's Carol Edwards. She's been on our meeting, and one of the sons, Sekou. So we got different people. They're on the line of your niece.
Yes, yes. Nieces.
Says, yeah, well, that's all I need. And I've been having a few private meetings, and that's all I need is the address and a time, email addresses, and then we'll
Okay.
coordinate it.
Okay, then I'll send that to you. Okay.
Yeah, and congratulations on the great grandbaby. That's what I
Oh,
have.
yes.
Is
So
that
I'll
fun
have
or
to
what?
send you a picture so you can see her. She's a doll
Oh
baby.
boy, that is awesome.
Oh, God.
All right,
But take care.
Okay, I shut it down. I shut it down. Cuz.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Okay.